my process on how to do super simple bookbinding without any pre-knowledge or special skills. I am doing this studio vlog solely on the process of making the super simple sketchbooks for my studio. I am having such a fun time and I'm feeling so blessed. I appreciate all of the amazing comments that I got on the last video when I was explaining how this year is going to go. Thank you guys so much for your kindness, your support. I am so grateful and so appreciative of you being here. I hope that you, if you're new, you like this, you subscribe to the channel, all the good things. You know, my analytics are showing that, about 80% of people that are watching my videos aren't subscribers yet. I want to get at least 1,000 views on this video in the first week. That's my goal. So if you can help me get to 1,000 views on this video in the first week it's up, that would really be awesome. The books are super easy. So the paper I'm using is the Blick Sulfite 12 by 18, 80-pound paper. And the covers I'm using are the 12 by 24 cardstock that you can get at the craft store in the Cricut, Silhouette, all of that area. Now we're just going to jump right into making these books. My process on how to do super simple bookbinding without any pre-knowledge or special skills. Really, it's a needle and thread and something to poke a hole. And the paper, you know. See you at the end. Squishing it down with my finger. And then squishing it down with a bone folder. Boom. This paper, if you're wondering where I got paper that was 12 by 24, got it at the craft store in the aisle where they sell the paper for the Cricut. This is going to be sort of a extra protection on the spine. And all my books are going to have this paper tape. You know, it's packing, this is just packing tape. I could put another strip of it down the inside, but I'm not too worried. Now I'm going to fold this in half. I wanted the tape on first, just so that when I fold it, I don't have to worry about monkeying with it. Folding in half. I'm not worried about being too terribly precise, but, you know, a little bit. Come on. Trying to get it to stop there. There we go. See, that just makes a nice kind of portfolio. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to lay that in here. Now this paper is the same height as the cover. One, two, three, 4. All right. So now I've got, this is what my sketchbook is going to look like. That's pretty cool. Now I need to grab a couple of my little binder clips so that I can keep the pages top to bottom and lined up with the spine. These are just little, you know, office clippies. Maybe we'll just do it like this. There and there. All right. So I'm going to get my other covers done up so that way it's quick. I like this paper though because it's got this kind of It has like a cloth texture on one side and then it's smooth on the other side. I like the textury side on the outside of this sketchbook. Look at that with the tape on it. Oh, so nice. Yeah, this was a ginormous pad. It had gotten heated by a heat tool too long. It's cracking, it's coming apart, but for this, it's going to be perfect. When you're working with so many sheets of paper, it's really hard to punch through with like a quilter's pin or something like that. You can. You just have to be slow and methodical. And look at that. That's coming through. Give it a good swizzle around. Now this one is going to be a single hole with cuts up here at the top and the bottom. So we're going to cut off at an angle. So at the top, I'm going to put an angle cut. And at the bottom, it's probably about 1 centimeter in from the edge. And I will cut that. Ah, I did it. Oh. Boom. All right. Now we've got this cut at the top and the bottom and a hole in the middle. Well, maybe I'll do it with the embroidery floss. And you want... See, because it's going to be going around and through the hole and tying off, I need it to not be as many times around, but it needs to be at least, I say, give yourself 2.5 times the height of your book to give you a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just going to fold it over, pinch it really tight with my fingernail to my index finger, with my thumbnail to my index finger, and then wiggle it. And if you find you can't get all 6 of your strands through, just pull one off. But see? Got it there. I've got all 6 strands. So I'm not doubling the thread over. I'm not pulling the tails together and tying a knot. No knot at the end of this right now. So I'm going to pull that pin out of it. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to push this guy out. I'm going to pull it around the outside and into the notch. Okay? I'm going to push it back out through the hole. Coming back out. And I'm coming up around the notch from the bottom. So see, came out the hole and I'm just wrapping it through that notch up to the center. Then I'm going to go around the thread there a couple times. And then pull my needle off and tie it in a knot. I am going to go ahead and put, I can take the binder clips off now too. I'm going to flip it over. See how nice that looks. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put another piece of the tape over the string here because these are really long runs and this string will stretch. But for a quick and easy, get it done, use it for whoever you want to use it for, whatever you want to do it for. Look at that. Boom. And I'm not taking it all the way through the notch. I could have, but I'm stopping it right in front. There we go. I have a sketchbook. It is ready to rumble. Look at that. Oh, so much possibility already. Have fun. Wow. Okay, that was a one hole binding with notches. Pretty spiffy. All right, next one is going to be a 3-hole, no notches. So we won't be wrapping the thread around the outside of the spine. I am going to get my binder clips on here again, because that worked. And I am going to use my awl this time to punch my holes. And this one, you want to sort of evenly space your holes. So I think, for me, I like to go and do my center hole first. So, and I'm just eyeballing it. Eyeball it, guys. I'm poking through. Oops, sorry. Head is in the way. Poking through and coming out. Now that hole is a nice big, easy to see hole. I'm going to come down about about 1.5 inches up from the bottom. Now again, these are still pretty long runs of thread, but you know, you want to get it done quick, right? The less holes you punch, the quicker you're done. And then one more right here. And this time I'm going to use this wax thread. So this one, being a braided thread, it doesn't like to go through the hole, but it is waxed. So you can flatten it. See how it stays flat? And then you can just push it down on your finger. Look. Pushing it down on my finger. Boom. Again, I am not doubling this over, and I am not tying a knot. No knots. And I'm going to start from the outside on this one, because I want to tie it off out here and then put my tape on it, and it will all be sealed in. So I'm going to go in through the first hole. I'm going to pull, pull, pull. Leave yourself, you know, a couple inches. Out through the top hole. There. I am a right-handed person, so I do have to flip it around here. Out through the top hole. And this is just a really super basic, like a pamphlet stitch. It's not terribly difficult. So out through the top hole, back through the middle hole. The middle hole is going to have the most stress on it. Right there. Out through the top. Or the bottom, whichever one it is. And now, I could just swing around and tie it off. I'm going to go back through the center hole again, because I have enough thread to do it. I'm going to go back in. Make sure I'm snug. I'm pulling straight out. Pulling straight. I'm going to go under this one and under the other one. So I'm like wrapping around. Okay, and then I'm going to go back down and out. And so you have to kind of wiggle to get it to come through. Oops, I missed in my cover. Oh well. Nice thing is I'm going to cover this back up. And yeah, so I probably used a lot more. And I'm going to pop a piece of tape, pop a piece of this packing tape right over. And I'm just lining it up with the tape that was there. There we go. And now we've got a 3-hole pamphlet stitched. We're going to do 5 holes. 5 holes is just as easy as 3. It's almost exactly the same as doing 3. I like this kind of burnt orange color. And I'm sure there are professional bookbinders out there that they have amazing classes on how to bookbind appropriately and professionally. This is a let's take cheap paper and make sketchbooks for slapping paint and drawing with crayons. I mean, get that there. All right, so one, two, three, then in the middle, 4, and then in the middle, 5. Probably do it with the same amount of thread. Yep. Sometimes it goes through like last time. Awesome. And sometimes it takes a bit of a struggle to get it to thread. Just be patient. You will get it. There we go. There. Patience. Patience wins. Okay. Starting in the same spot from the outside. Let's leave a little extra this time so I don't have to worry about it. All right, so if I go down this one, in that one, out this one, out this one. See, I'm just basically working my way up the book. Back, I like to stitch back in through the center. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it. Then I work the other side of the book. So out, and then in, make sure they're snug but not, you know, don't tear through your paper. Then back out through the second one down. I'm going back in through the middle, around, and back down. straight up, pulling straight up, nice and snug, and then tie my knot. And again, I took way more thread than I needed, but it's way better to have more thread than have to join thread. And again, I have enough here that I can use on one of my small books. So look at this. We have 3 books. We've got a 1-hole binding with 2 notches using embroidery floss. Lays flat. We've got a 3-hole binding with the wax thread. And we have a 5-hole binding with the wax thread. These are sketchbooks to be played with. Okay guys, so what did you think? This is way bigger than my head. We've got a 9x12 sketchbook. Look at that, 9x12 sketchbook. 1, 2, 3 9x12 sketchbooks. I am really excited to get playing with these. And they have 32 pages. Hope that you guys enjoyed this quick little process video. This was just a process. This was just I needed to get some sketchbooks for the vlog so that I had things that I could be doing stuff in and keeping track of what's going where. And you can do this. If you want to do it with text paper, copy paper, printer paper, you're just going to have a smaller book. You will end up with a 5.5 by 8.5 book. So it will be, it will end up being 8.5 tall and 5.5 wide. So it'll be 8.5 tall and 5.5 wide. Baby book for in the backpack. These books here are actually a little bit big for taking in your backpack when you go walking. So, but they're fine if you're going to be sitting on the porch, sitting in the yard, sitting along the lake or along a river. I plan on taking these in my van. Oh, the van. I'm dreaming about getting out and going camping and just getting out and away from the house for a little bit. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Remember that this is just paper and a little bit of string. It's not rocket science. It's not something that you have to go to school to learn how to do. This type of bookbinding, bingo, easy. Yeah. So go grab some stuff, make some sketchbooks, and, you know, like I said, even if you're just using your text weight paper from the copy machine or printer, you're going to be fine. You're going to have something you can draw in it. You can use non-wet stuff so much on this. If you use water on this paper, on text weight paper, it's going to buckle and it's going to get crispy and it's going to have fun texture to it when it's done. So have fun. Enjoy it. Go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. I want to see you back here again really soon. Bye.